Good morning, my dear students. You are welcome to Phe Jss2 class GSS2. The topic we are treating this morning is human trafficking. When we talk about human trafficking is the illegal movement of people from their homes to another place for commercial purpose. Simply put, that while you are involved in human trafficking, the people that are being exploited to somewhere else, it is not under the agreement. So that's why we say it is an illegal movement of people or forceful movement of people from their home to another place for commercial purpose. Then we have groups of human trafficking. The first one is child labor. This is where they use the child for home assignment, like house help. It's called child labor. Then the second one is recruitment as child soldiers. Yes, you carry, those people that are human traffickers, what they do under this number 2, recruitment as child soldiers, is this. They just target a place, maybe a town, a village. They go there with their van. Then they forcefully carry some boys, not girls now, because they believe that it's girls, they cannot fight war. And what they do here is, after carrying those hefty boys and men, they traffic them, or they carry them to, especially where there is war. And what are their assignments there? To use them to fight war. But before then, in the place, they will teach them how to carry gun, how to fight the war. So that is recruitment as a child soldier. Then the next one is trafficking for drugs. In this case, they also use human being. One way ask, we are talking about human trafficking. How come drugs? Yes, I will explain it. Then you will understand and agree with me as group of human trafficking. Now, under this, what they do is, some people, they call the traffickers now, they go about deceiving people. They can just come to a family and say, we want to take this, your child, to abroad. Meanwhile, they must have made arrangement with a doctor in the hospital. Then they take that child to the doctor. They can open any part of the child body and put those drugs that are illegal to carry, put it inside the body and try to seal it up. Then they fly that child with the drugs inside and take them abroad. When they get there, they open up the stomach or the part of the body where they inside the drugs and bring it out. So that is how to practice trafficking for drugs. The next one is trafficking for early marriage. With permission to say to the northerners. Here, the northerners are very, very good in practicing this. You see the Alhajis, a daughter that is just between 12 and 30 years. Before you know it, they have given her to one Alhaji for marriage. So that is a good example of trafficking for early marriage, even without the agreement of that little girl. So by the time the father say, is this Alhaji you are getting married to, at that tender age, so it becomes trafficking for early marriage. Then the last one is commercial sexual exploitation. So there are some people They go to some family, they go to some girls and tell them, you know, I want to take you to abroad. It may not even be abroad. Maybe the girl is just in the village there. All in the name of, I want to help you. Let's go to Lagos. I'll give you good job. And with that excitement, the girl will follow. But when they get to the Lagos or abroad, whichever they tell them, then where is the job? Before you know it, they introduce them into what they call commercial sex workers. Who are commercial sex workers? They are those people who sleep with men and collect money. That is how they practice commercial sexual exploitation. It is against the will of these girls. That's why it is called trafficking, because they deceive them, carrying them there. So these are the groups of human trafficking. Next thing we want to quickly talk about, we have levels of human trafficking. They are just two. The levels of human trafficking. Yes, quickly, we have two levels of human trafficking. We have the national level, then we have international level. The first one, national level, that is when people are being trafficked within the same country. For example, you are trafficking a child from Lagos to Kaduna. Because the two states are within the nation, it may seem what level of human trafficking at national level. Then the second one is levels of human trafficking as international level. The international level of human trafficking is the trafficking that occur or that involve moving the children or the whoever is involved from one country to another. Example, trafficking a child from Nigeria to America, or even within West Africa country. So the next thing we will talk about in the next class is what are the reasons for human trafficking. Reasons for human trafficking. We have so many reasons for human trafficking. One of such reasons for human trafficking is poverty. Poverty. You know, Nigeria today, God helping us. You just see a man that have not been able to feed the children for, you know, just 1 square meal a day. Then you see one big man coming to you. Oga, please, this is your child. Can you just release him for me? I will be sending you money. So that man have no choice. Because of poverty, he will try and release out the child. He will try and release out the child. Then illiteracy is another reason. People, you know, illiteracy, they say, is a disease. So when people are not educated, they can easily be deceived, trafficking their children. We have other many reasons, like the trafficker, they are not giving heavy punishment. Then they continue to do their evil work. So we continue from there in the next class. Until then, remain blessed and be good students. God bless you. See you up there.